So how did you end up landing your first video game composing gig? How did that come about?
Well, through knowing someone who knew someone who knew someone, of course.
Oh, how weird.
Yeah. Back in the day, games weren't as sought after as they are now. And I had made networking inroads in North Carolina, and even though I'd only been gone for 2 years and I grew up there, all the people in production thought that I was this LA orchestra composer who had moved to North Carolina. Like, wow, what are you doing here? Like, I grew up here. So a friend of mine's friend, had a friend in Australia who was working at a company that was doing the game for the King Arthur film. And in typical video game fashion, it was like 6 weeks before they had to wrap everything up, and they said, oh yeah, we never figured out what we were going to do with the music, because they assumed they were going to be using the film music. And and my contact was like, I know a guy that does orchestra stuff, and I had been writing away, I would say hacking, but that sounds bad, writing away in my own time, working on my template. Back then it was just a little EMU EX4 emulator. I had 128 megabytes of RAM for my whole orchestra.
Nice.
But I was working on the reverb and, like doing my own versions of Princess Leia's theme and things that, different theme, different chord progression, but same orchestration. So once I had to start writing for that, I was ready to go immediately. And the first thing they had me do was mock up Hans's theme, which he played for me over the telephone. It's like, sure, here it is. I was like, crap, I better record it. So I did that, but then they found out they couldn't afford it. So I had 60 minutes of music to do in about 3 weeks, which is how the template was ready. And I went from like a Honda commercial where we'd spend 10 weeks on a 30-second spot, where it's literally like version 65, and you don't even have the job yet because ad agencies are having different music companies do it, to doing 60 minutes in 3 weeks, and they had no corrections. And it was sort of like the clouds parted, like, video games are cool.
Yeah.
I can write a lot of really fun music in a short period of time, and I'm going to try to do more of these.